friends. Yeah, everybody sins. A winner never quits and a quitter never wins. Help folks in need, don't fall for greed. A jealous man is weak, so think before you speak. If you love them, let them know. If you hate, let it go. Fast can be fun, but sometimes you need slow. God is all good, the devil is so real. So listen up, y'all, cause this is how I feel.
I won't back up, I don't back down. I've been raised up to stand my ground. Take my job, but not my guns. Tax my check till I ain't got none. Except for the good Lord up above. I answer to no one.
See, I'm a flag-flying, Bible-toting son of a gun. Yeah, I'm hell on the heart, just a rebel.
You are now listening to Something to Talk About, hosted by Big John and Billy Ray, with special guests Kensley Keys, coming to you live from Dis and Dems in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. By the way, these guys know what they're talking about compared to local radio programming. Now it's time to give them something to talk about.
All right, and welcome back. We're coming to you live from Laurel, Mississippi, in downtown Laurel at the Sawmill Square Mall from the Cosmic Deli, and they've got a big crowd today, and we've been talking with Voice of the Silenced here with Dawn Compton and Amanda Schrader, and so we're going to get into sports now, and we're going to talk a little to you about sports now, and we can't forget our sponsors,
right.
Central Sunbelt Credit Federal Central Sunbelt Federal Credit Union. That's a tongue twister. Central Sunbelt Federal Credit Union here in Laurel. They've got branches all over South Mississippi. They're moving on up, just like the Jeffersons to the east side.
Exactly.
They're spreading. They're getting bigger. Great group of people to do your banking business with.
Indeed.
And so give them a call at 601-649-7181. They'll be glad to help you any way they can. Also, Ken, you got to remember Flickish Tax Service over there in Taylorsville and the Cosmic Deli here in Laurel, right here at Sawmill Square Mall, our new location.
Yes.
We're going to be broadcasting every Saturday from here on out.
We got some good people with us. That's a really good thing. Yeah. It's only going to get better.
It's getting better because, we got the Shabby Sheet Cake with us. They're our Petty Four dealer.
Yeah.
They deal with cupcakes and stuff.
Oh, good stuff.
King cakes, if you like that. So go see them for that. You can also come up here and get you a king cake cheesecake if you like that.
Oh man, it's like double the pleasure.
Double the pleasure, double the fun. It wasn't. That's a Juicy Fruit commercial, ain't it? I think so. It don't matter though. And I also remember those, and we also gotta recognize coming on next week, and they're gonna be a sponsor. Skin Deep Tattoo.
Yeah.
They're pretty good folks over there. All women.
Yeah, that's
so they'll be gentle with you. They ain't gonna be rough, so
when you're dealing with needles, we hope it's gentle.
And you wouldn't want to get it around the jugular. You wouldn't want to make them mad if you're getting a neck tattoo or something.
That's one of those sensitive areas.
It is.
Yeah, it's only for the strong, as I say.
It is.
I'm strong, but I'm not that category of strong. But hey, more power to whoever wants them.
Yeah.
I just think they're great sense of creativity for tattoo artists.
Absolutely. And also Vaporized. Mr. Bill over there, I can't pronounce his last name, or I forgot it. But Mr. Bill's going to be here. He's from California, served in the Army.
Okay.
And he's going to be here with us.
Okay, yeah, I got to have a lot of questions for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, get rid of some of my curiosity about that process.
Curiosity killed the cat.
The more you know, the better.
There's never a dumb question.
Well, I don't know about that. I've heard.
Your class, your teacher
it's
always
kind of like the saying that the customer's always right. No. The customer's not always right.
No, the customer is not always right. Absolutely not.
But, that's just...
Hey, it is what it is.
That's it, exactly.
So, Billy Ray, welcome back, buddy. You know, you've been kind of quiet. Billy Ray's been over here eating. He's got some cheesecake over here.
Yeah, he hadn't been that quiet. I've heard a lot of smacking and stuff.
Yeah, he's been smacking on his lips. Billy Ray, how about it? You know, what's been going on in Billy Ray's world?
Not too much, Big John. I've just been sitting here listening to that very informative conversation we had in the previous segment. I have not been eating like y'all say I have been. I've been sitting here patiently listening to the conversation. Good topic.
Absolutely, and I tell you, Billy Ray, some big news for me. You know, I never thought I would say this. But I was accepted to become a teacher.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're going to educate people?
I'm going to, yeah.
On?
Well, I'm going to be, I hope to be dealing with special ed.
Okay.
You know, so.
You know what, John? Did you mention that?
Yeah.
When people think about, like, special ed, they sometimes have a negative mindset when it comes to that. But let me tell you something that I've learned over the years. Some people that are actually, like, in special ed courses in school, they are not.
No. They're very intelligent.
They're very intelligent people. They just need someone to tap into that.
People with autism are some of the most intelligent people and creative minds, especially with their mind in art.
Yeah.
And so they have some beautiful drawings I've seen. So I'm looking forward to that challenge. And you won't never guess where I'm going to be going. You probably will since I told you.
Yeah. Have fun.
The University of Mississippi in Oxford.
Yeah, that's quite a bit away.
It is a bit, but it's going to be online. And as a Bulldog,
oh man,
that's going to be a painful transition.
Well,
you know,
sometimes in life, John, I'm going to give one of my life lessons here. Sometimes in life, when we're embarking upon a journey, that requires something that we really want to do. Sometimes we have to go through these things that we really don't want to do.
Yeah,
but we have to think of the outcome. Instead of the process.
See, I'm thinking about that money, the dollar bills.
And there you go.
Know?
There you go. Because
make it rain.
In the end.
That's right. You know, so, I've been talking with some people, and I've got some potentials coming up to some selective schools. And, it's pretty good when you can do that. And
well, teach them right, John.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But let's switch gears.
Yes, do.
And let's talk a little sports. I know we can chase rabbits sometimes, but talking sports and talking NFL,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you got really the only thing college you got coming up is recruiting. Right now, coaches are recruiting. I heard, and I don't know the young man's name, but the defensive end at West Jones, he's being nationally recruited. I know he's been offered. Billy Ray can tell us more about that here in a minute. But he's being offered by LSU.
Oh, goodness.
I heard Joe Moorhead at Mississippi State was down here this past week talking to him. I think his name's Bryson something. Is that right? Bryson Young. So he's a top-rated defensive end in the area, and he's going to more than likely be on the Dandy Dozen and Scott Pearson.
Okay.
I hate to say it, but he does a great job over there at West Jones.
He really does.
And really a great coach. He's been there 17 years.
Right. Great guy as well.
So it's going on. He's been there a while.
Yeah.
Since 2000. No, maybe not. Yeah, 17 years almost.
Yeah.
Came there in 2002.
Yeah. West Jones has actually been
Billy Ray.
A lot of.
You're speaking about West Jones, which is my alma mater. West Jones. Minus the championships, West Jones is kind of like the Pittsburgh Steelers. We don't fire or replace our head coaches very often. Mike Taylor was there from 1975 up to 2001. Scott Pearson's been there since 2001 till present day. So we only had two coaches in going on 43 years now.
And that's quite an incredible mark because, sometimes you look at coaches, and that's a tough position to be in because a lot of times in the high school ranks, you've got a little armchair coaching going on the sideline. People think, because I play Madden and NCAA football that I can be a coach too.
Totally different world.
I mean, you can't coach, let's say the Ovet Cyclones and expect to, be a head coach in the high school league. It don't work like that.
Levels.
And so. You got to think about that, and other related news. South Jones is in the market for a new head coach.
Really?
Yeah, Corey Reynolds left there to go back to take his old position at Petal as the offensive coordinator.
Okay. Well, I could see. See some. There's some soon to be improvement there. I mean, he seems to have done a pretty decent job at South Jones. So I mean, I could see him carrying over.
Kind of sounds like a head coach in waiting type position.
It could be. I'm hearing a lot of different things. I don't want to say prematurely who that could be because that's none of my business. And so we're going to leave it at that. But it could be somebody on staff already, or it could be a new guy. And there's certainly a lot of good coaches out there that would love to take South Jones, I know, because it is a quality school, and Corey Reynolds did a great job of building South Jones from the ground up, basically, because there for a stretch, it was like who's who, as far as head coaches go. It's like who's going to be the next head coach. And so, talking about local sports, Kinsley, we just figured out how to make calls here on the show, and we are going to give a buddy of mine a call who is down at the Impact, and his name is James Pugh. And if he answers his phone, if not, that's fine, because this is a last-minute top of the deal.
Oh, goodness.
And he may not know the number. Yes, Billy Ray?
Big John, I see we're going to be taking phone calls, but shouldn't this be working the other way around? Shouldn't the listeners be calling us, and we're not supposed to be calling the listeners?
Well, Billy Ray, that is the case in certain things, but I don't have the technology yet. We're unsure of how to take the phone calls. So
well, it can kind of work both ways.
So
Hey, John,
so we'll see.
You were speaking earlier about how, like in the coaching world, you really never know what's going to happen. And sometimes you could be a good coach somewhere, but then in some places you may not be so successful. And that is so the case, because I'm pretty sure if a lot of USM fans remember, there was a particular coach that came. Oh, you're making the call right now, John?
Yeah, we're going to give him a call.
Okay, well, I guess I will not talk at the moment.
Well, you can call until he answers.
Okay. Well, there was a coach that came to USM quite a few years ago, and didn't work out too well, but then he went to another team the next year and won a national championship.
Yeah, and who was that?
I'm not going to give any names, but I'm pretty sure the nation knows all about this individual.
That's right, absolutely. Yeah, Billy Ray?
Who is this individual?
Everybody knows him.
I have no idea. I'm not a USM fan.
Oh, okay.
Tell me
Well, that's why. Well, everybody knows Ellis Johnson went to he was the head coach at USM.
Oh, yeah. Hello, James? James, are you with us? Okay, it went to his voicemail, I think. or he didn't know the number. Oh, well. Yeah, Billy Ray?
Now, I knew who you were talking about. I just wanted you to say his name.
You just wanted me to
get
say
into this conversation.
I,
Now, all you USM fans, y'all love blaming Coach Ellis for y'all's debacle of 0-11, 0-12, whatever, but y'all seem to forget that Larry Fedora left y'all stranded with nothing. He left y'all stranded out there in Hawaii.
okay. Well, I
He
mean,
took the money and ran to North Carolina.
okay. Well, I mean, not throwing
That
any
is a true
blame.
point.
Okay, it is a point.
That's a valid point.
And I'm not placing any blame on anybody. I'm just stating a fact. That's what happened. He came there, didn't win the game, but then he went to Auburn and won the national championship. So it's just
Yeah, but there's a big difference, and not any disrespect to USM, because USM has had some successful seasons.
indeed.
There's a big difference between Southern Miss and Auburn. Let's just throw that out there. A big difference, Kinsley.
Okay, the only difference is, I mean, they're in the SEC and Southern Miss Conference USA.
Coach Fedora left the cupboard bare at USM, so Coach Ellis really didn't have anything to work with at the time.
And Coach Fedora had something to work with when he came to USM.
Coach Fedora, if you remember, took over for Coach Bauer that was there for years.
Right.
And they fired him. They just said, hey, we don't need you anymore, the powers that be.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure there was a lot more behind that, but basically,
What?